And Argentina's dollar bonds jumped to record highs after President Javier Milei's party scored a much stronger than expected win in Sunday's legislative elections, easing investor fears over his reforms getting capped in Argentina. The peso also jumping on the news. Markets expected a weaker showing, but Milei's bloc won 41% of votes, securing major congressional gains. President Trump called the victory a big win. The U.S. provided extraordinary backing to Argentina, buying over $1 billion in pesos in the lead up to the election, a bet which appears to have paid off bigly. Danny?
Matt, joining us now live from Buenos Aires for more on that election is Manuela Tobias, Bloomberg Argentina reporter. Manuela, much better turnout and victory for Milei and his party than expected. Why was it such a better result than had been set in for expectations?
Yeah, it's a great question. So just a month ago, on September 7th, the province of Buenos Aires, by far the biggest province, delivered a terrible result to Milei. He lost by nearly 14 points to the leftist opposition. And so markets were bracing for the worst last night, thinking that Milei could even maybe get less than 30%. And he got 41% and trounced the opposition by more than 9 points. So expectations were just so low that he blew them out of the water. And so we're seeing everything rally this morning in Buenos Aires.
What does this mean, Manuela? Does this mean Argentinians who are suffering great economic hardship are willing to stick through the pain of these reforms, hoping to break the cycle of defaults?
It's a great question. Yeah, basically, it means that patience is not up just yet for Milei. We had pretty low voter turnout last night. 68% is low in a country with compulsory voting. So it doesn't mean everyone is on board, but it does give him breathing room in the next 2 years to pass the reforms that Argentina needs to generate lasting growth. So far, Milei has had tremendous success in wrangling down inflation, but he hasn't been able to deliver on jobs or on attracting foreign investment because he needs the Congress for that, and he had less than 15% of seats. Now he's more than doubled his representation in both chambers, which is going to give him a fighting chance to actually muscle through the reforms and give him a fighting chance at re-election in 2027.
You're looking at the celebration that markets are doing right now, Manuela. We're looking at the Argentinian peso stronger versus the dollar by 8.5%. You mentioned some of the roadblocks. How important will those be to overcome to continue a rally that we're witnessing right now?
So even though Milei had an amazing showing, he is still far short of a simple majority in either chamber, even in the lower house. And so that means that he's going to have to come to the table and negotiate with moderate blocs in order to get anything done, really. That got really hard in the last couple months as Milei's rhetoric turned more and more aggressive, even with the most like-minded allies.
All right, Manuela, thanks so much for joining us. Manuela Tobias, they are coming to us out of the Argentinian capital.